The WWE is at a prestigious point in its lineage of the WWE Championship and the WWE World Heavyweight Championship that there is so much emphasis put on that one world champion, and now we don't have that guy. Daniel Bryan is injured, and he has yet to make a decision on what he is going to do with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. A lot of rumors are going around saying that Daniel Bryan's going to forfeit the title. Maybe Kane will get it. Maybe Triple H will end up with it. Maybe they'll do a title tournament. Maybe they'll do something crazy with it. But we are yet to know what Daniel Bryan's decision is with it. They could go a couple ways. They could have him keep the title and then do something when he comes back from all of his injuries. Or they could do something a little bit different and have a tournament awarded to a guy. I remember Triple H got awarded the belt one time by, I think it was Eric Bischoff, just randomly. He's like, here's your champion. And that was a big heel move for him, and it was great. I think we do need to get the title off Daniel Bryan just so we can give him that underdog story again. Daniel Bryan was at his best when he was the underdog. And when they make him look like the underdog, that is the best thing for Daniel Bryan. But now we are at a point where we don't have a champion going into a pay-per-view, WWE Payback. And it's really crazy because we have all these big profile matches. We have Shield Evolution, we have Bray Wyatt Cena, looks like we're going to have Cesaro and Sheamus, and we're looking at Wade Barrett and RVD, but we don't have anything that has to deal with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And that is such a scary thought because, you know, they have that one title now, that big major title in the WWE, and it's not being defended at a pay-per-view. And yes, we can say that pay-per-views don't really matter anymore. The WWE Network is out, and I'm going to go with the American mindset now. The WWE Network is slated to be released in the UK soon, but we're going to go with that mindset of the WWE Network is where people are going to see the pay-per-view. Now, we are at a point where we don't really need to make big pay-per-views if people are going to buy the network. I think WWE was under the thought where people are going to steal the pay-per-views, and instead of having people steal the pay-per-views, why don't we just charge people $9.99 and we'll still get $10 from people for their pay-per-views a month, which I guess is a good thought because I know people go on those sites to find them, those live streaming sites, those torrent sites the night after, and they steal the pay-per-view, and it's taken away from the WWE money, but now they can take that $9.99, put it back in their pockets. It's also that thing where I know a lot of my friends that are kind of like iffy on buying the WWE Network, and with a pay-per-view being the fact that it's going to not have a WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, I think that would make less pay-per-view buys than ever. I think this might be one of the least bought pay-per-views in a while, and I don't know what they could really do to make it happen. I mean, maybe it's because we've seen Cena, Bray Wyatt forever. That's closed so many Monday Night Raws. We've seen the Evolution Shield stuff. I mean, there's still, that's probably going to be the show stealer right there. But without a big world title match, I don't know that this is a buy for anybody that doesn't have the network. I know with the network though, and a lot of my friends are under this mindset, well, you know, Tony has the network. Why should we buy the network? All I really care about is watching Monday Night Raw and watching the pay-per-views. So why would I buy the network if I could just wait and watch the pay-per-view with Tony, who has the network? And it's like, you know what, I'm going to go hang out with my friends because that's the most fun to watch pay-per-views is with other people. We all know that. We know we get together, we order pizza, we drink some pop, alcohol, whatever you do at your pay-per-views. You know, you have a good time. It's like those Nitro parties back in the day. You remember? They used to give away stuff on WCW when they did those Nitro parties. It's pretty much what it is with the pay-per-views. So it's like one of those things where it's like you're thinking and you're wondering, should I buy the network? Should I not buy the network? Well, Tony has it. I guess we'll just wait for him to come over to do it. And it's a tough place where they're at right now. There's a couple ways that they could go about the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, but there's all the main event talent is booked into matches right now. They're like, I don't know if you were to make a title match, who you would have fighting for the title. It's a tough thing. So we must ask that very, very pivotal and important question of the day, which is, do you still buy Payback even though there isn't a WWE World Heavyweight Championship match on it? I think the answer is yes, and let me tell you why. They wanted to have Daniel Bryan's announcement for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship on Raw. We knew that Stephanie was going to come out, or Triple H, or one of them was going to come out, and they were going to say, you know what, this is where the WWE Championship is going. And what they're doing is she's going, you know what, I'm going to let it up to Daniel Bryan. So that means we'll have to wait another week. And here is what they do. This is the best way that you do it. You book it like this. If you're not going to have a world title match, because there's no contenders, there really isn't. Besides Kane, I don't think there's really anybody that's not in a main storyline. Like Cesaro would be a great fit for it, but he's not ready for it right now. We have Evolution in the Shield. That's all the main eventers of WrestleMania are booked up. So we're just kind of at a point where we don't have a match, and I think the best viable option is to have Daniel Bryan come out on Raw. That way you get people tuned into Raw. And then that leads into Payback. You're wondering, wait, what? Daniel Bryan wrestling at Payback? Where does this go? Well, what you do is you have Daniel Bryan come out and say, I don't really want to give up my title, but if I have to, I don't want to. But really? Give me until Payback to make my decision. And that's what you do. You get people to order the pay-per-view, to buy the pay-per-view, just so they can find out what happens with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now, you could even make a match the same night for that. My idea is a championship scramble. I think a championship scramble is such a fun match. I think it would warrant a really fun outcome and get a new champion. But we don't have any contenders. We don't have anybody to throw in that type of match. I don't think Brock Lesnar will be back in time. CM Punk ain't coming back. And if he doesn't come at Payback, he's never coming back. But the way that you do it that way. Daniel Bryan makes his big decision, so you have to tune into the pay-per-view to find out, what is Daniel Bryan going to do with that title? Is he going to keep it? Because he has the right to keep the title. I mean, I believe there's some sort of made-up rule that if you don't defend the title within a certain amount of days, you're stripped of it. But I think that's just for storyline purposes, and they'll probably bring that up later. And we'll force Daniel Bryan to wrestle when his neck's not 100% healed or something like that. I don't know. Either you have him make his decision. Whatever you do with it, if you keep it or you don't keep it, have him make his final decision at Payback. That way you get people going, I wonder what Daniel Bryan's going to do. And you tune into the pay-per-view to find out. Now, you got to do it at the start of the show, and this is the reason why, because if you want to book another match later in the night, you have him to, surrender his title, and then we're ready to have a match later as our main event. Or you just have him keep the title and you still do it at the beginning of the show. Because the thing is, people already bought the pay-per-view. They've already spent their money. The people outside the US that were going to buy it have spent their money. People in the US already have the network, or they don't have the network, or they're watching it with a buddy, or they're at a sports bar, wherever they may be. Movie theater, I think they still do that, right? I don't know. But that is what you do. You gotta have some sort of decision. The decision is what they can do. Hashtag the decision. I don't know. Start a trending hashtag on what Daniel Bryan's gonna do. But I think it's okay. I think we can afford to have a pay-per-view without a major WWE title defense, and it won't rain on it. We are at a point where we have the matches. We have the Evolution versus the Shield. No titles involved. John Cena, Bray Wyatt. No title is involved with that either. See, we're just coming to a point where the titles don't really matter if you do good booking, and smart booking is always good. I mean, you can remember the most intriguing feuds of all time. Yes, most of them involved the WWE Championship, but I think we're getting past that. If we can build a good core television, and I'm saying we as in royal, we as in we are all part of the WWE, if they can build a good core show, not revolving around the title, I think that's fine, because we're at an age where pay-per-view buys are a thing of the past, ratings are a thing of the past. It's all about the internet, it's all about the network. It's really about the network, and if you can get enough people to watch it on the network, that's fine. I mean, it's already going to be one of the top pay-per-views on the network, the top shows, I should say, of the week on the network. So it's really a thing of the past. The WWE title match, like I said, you could book the pay-per-view very crappy and it wouldn't really matter because of the network, and that's the gospel truth. But I think the best way to go about it is to have Daniel Bryan make his hashtag the decision at Payback. Anyway, guys, those are a few questions that I want answered from you guys in the comment section below. Do you think that a WWE pay-per-view is worth watching without a major title defense? And do you like the idea of Daniel Bryan's hashtag the decision? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Hit that like button if you did enjoy this. Tony Pete's Guy, frag out.